Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So today we have the IMF. Yes, the IMF, who has been so anti-crypto, coming out and admitting that it's best not to ban crypto. So we have more FOMO. We have the IMF talking about crypto. We have other banks, institutions like JP Morgan talking about crypto. Meanwhile, the US market not looking so good. In red, yet Bitcoin is still holding above $30,000. This FOMO is real, and I do believe we will see more of it soon. But in the meantime, there's a few other little things I want to show you guys. First of all, I haven't shown CMC for a while. CMC is hovering at 1.17 trillion, but that's not the only important thing. Look at that dominance. Dominance is at 50%. Wow. We have not seen 50% Bitcoin dominance for years, even during crypto winter. Normally speaking, crypto winter is when Bitcoin dominance skyrockets. This whole winter, Bitcoin was below 50% dominance and is now at that point. Wow. And that's because Bitcoin, you can see for the week, is up about 18% when others are only up about 12%. Or you look at, BNB is only up a little bit. But yeah, Cardano's up a little bit, but others they're not doing as well as Bitcoin because of the ETF news, right? The Bitcoin ETF proposal from BlackRock kind of kickstarted everything. Look at the US market today. US market is not doing good. Remember those times when people were complaining about Bitcoin decoupling from the US market in a negative way? When NASDAQ and others were going up while Bitcoin was going down? Well, now we have the complete opposite. That's why you can't, this whole notion of Bitcoin being decoupled away from the markets, it happens at times. Not completely. When we have a catastrophic event, of course, everything goes down. But there are times, like today, it's a really negative day, yet Bitcoin is still holding unfazed. But look at this. This is straight from the IMF, okay? IMF, very anti-Bitcoin and crypto, told El Salvador to go away. They would not. Look at this. While few countries have completely banned crypto assets given their risks, this approach may not be effective in the long run. The region should instead focus on addressing the drivers of crypto demand, including citizens' unmet digital payment needs, and on improving transparency by recording crypto asset transactions in national statistics. That to me sounds like not only is it not good to ban crypto assets, but it's good to focus on how to actually help people. Did you hear that? Including citizens' unmet digital payment needs and on improving transparency. These are the very things that crypto are good at and brings to the space. And the IMF is basically saying, yes, countries should focus on those things. Wow, what a 180, right? What a 180. And of course, JP Morgan, led by Jamie Dimon, who is like the biggest anti-Bitcoiner, yet his corporation continues to utilize the blockchain. Now launches Euro payments on the blockchain. This is in addition to the USD, right? And they have their own coin, JP Morgan coin. Hey, how come the SEC doesn't go after JP Morgan for JP Morgan coin? Have you thought about that? They do have their own settlement coin, JP Morgan coin, and they've been utilizing it to send transactions between entities of JP Morgan and others, their partners, for quite some time now. Interesting. But this goes to show you, everyone is starting to realize the potential. They may not say it often, and you may still have leaders like Jamie Dimon saying horrible things, but behind the scenes, what's happening is they are utilizing blockchain for its intended purpose, okay? And that is fantastic, fantastic. Now, Bitcoin is holding at 30,000 still, right? There's a big expirations this Friday, or yes, today. Today is Friday, right? So 715 million in options expirations today and futures expiration. It's going to be an absolutely big one, right? Could be the reason why Bitcoin is holding so strong at 30K, because the bulls finally have taken high ground, right? And I don't think we're going to lose it. I mean, we went below 30K a few times, but we just shot right back up, right? But if you look at some of the fundamentals, okay, look at the outflow. This is on Kraken. It's hard to see, but that right there, second largest outflow ever seen on Kraken, $225 million worth. That's a lot. That's a lot coming out. And then look at Lightning Network, okay? All-time high. All-time high once again. So it just shows you the fundamentals of Bitcoin has never been better and continues to improve. And if you look at the current trajectory, you look at some of the fractal patterns, right? Here's one from Mustache that looks at the COVID crash, right? Look at the FTX crash, and look at how similar things are moving right now. And that is the point when you wanted to buy. And right there, right here, right there. Very, very similar bottom points and now recovery. Okay, so again, fundamentals have never been better, but also from a technical standpoint, it's also just going according to plan. So here's one that's looking at the halving event for last 4 cycles, 2012, 2016, 2020, and 2023. You look at the drawdown, right, from the halving event, and then how it just kind of parabolically moves. So the first drawdown is about 50%, 40%, 2020 about 30%. So where are we, right? Are we going to see 20 or 30% at the halving event before we start heading higher? Well, if so, right, that means we need to reach about $50,000 to $60,000 by the time we hit April and May of next year. We're ready, well on our way, right? So it's looking good. It's looking really good. And then finally, you can see that Winklevoss twins, they're launching Ethereum staking in the UK. Interesting. Right now, institutions can become Ethereum validators by locking up 32 ETH. Keep in mind, that's the limit. The devs are talking about getting that up to 2,000 ETH. I mean, that would be a lot more substantial, and institutions probably like that a lot better. I don't know if they're going to really like staking 60,000 worth of ETH. They want to stake a lot more than that. And Bitcoin, take a look at that. Look at that bounce, right? We're coming up to this 31.6 mark. That's where we want to head next. Right now, we're at kind of like at a local top. We saw this level back in April 15 of this year, right? So we're kind of there. If we get a little bit more push, a little bit more short squeezes happening, we'll be right at 31.6. But right now, it's holding very well above 30,000. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Even the IMF is realizing that they cannot stop this bull run. They cannot stop Bitcoin and crypto. So think about that. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.